As April comes to a close with Autism Awareness Month in less than a week, I wanted to give y'all guys some common myths that many people think about when it comes to those that are unaware of the autism spectrum, as well as explain the true facts about each one of those myths. And really, we are debunking those autism myths and pretty much explain to you in detail of each one of those that I'm going to explain to y'all guys right now. And so the first myth when it comes to those that are unaware of the autism spectrum is that autism is a disease. Now, many people really think about it. A lot of those that are unaware of the autism spectrum can begin to think about that autism is a disease. Autism is like pretty much contagious, when in reality the true fact about this is that autism is really not a disease. Us autistics are not a disease to everyone out there, but in reality it is a neurological condition that really affects us within our brains here. It can pretty much vary in many shapes and sizes and forms depending on that person. Now, most of the people may think that autism can be cured, or if there is a vaccine for autism that can pretty much eliminate that. And I can confirm to you that there is actually no cure for that, and there is actually no vaccine for autism. Clearly, there is no evidence, no claims of that ever happening. If you hear any of the people that are saying that autism is a disease and can be cured, and there's actually a vaccine that can eliminate the autism condition, like, please disregard them saying that. Please do not believe in what anyone else is saying about autism, that is a disease that can be cured. Like, no, that is really false information, and clearly they haven't done their full research on it, or they pretty much didn't have their full and clear research on that specific topic. So that is the first myth. Now, the second myth is that autistics don't really have feelings. Now, most people really think that autistics don't really understand anyone else's feelings, or like us autistics can't really understand our own feelings and our own emotions. When in reality, the true fact about this is that autistics can really express how they feel. Like, they can pretty much be more enthusiastic to the point where we heavily feel depressed. Like, really, we feel a lot of those heavy emotions whenever we are in a current situation where there is something exciting going on, or if we go to a mental breakdown where it is a breakup with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or if there ever was a friend betrayal, or if there was someone that we lost, someone that we pretty much loved. And so yeah, autistics can really have those emotional and intense feelings when it comes to really reacting to a situation in which they are in. And so that is the second myth. Now, the other myth, the third one, is that autistics can't really speak or understand themselves or others in general. And many people really do think that autistics don't really have a mouth. Autistics can't really understand every complex information, or they can't really comprehend anything, when in reality the true fact about this is that autistics can really speak and understand anyone else, that including like friends or family or anyone really. And uh, and although we pretty much struggle with a lot of those communication skills, and that we have like a communication deficit, we can pretty much understand anyone else here, and we can pretty much understand ourselves. And really, it's just that the communication that really needs to be be improved further on. And I and ASD level 3 people have adaptive technology, and they pretty much have like these applications where like this automated like person like speaks like a sentence or a word or even like a phrase um, in that app, and that will clearly help any nonverbal autistics communicate with anyone, whether that might be family, friends, or maybe even like their colleagues. They can pretty much use that app to help them, assist them in terms of their communication. Now, they can also use sign language if they don't have access to adaptive technology. They can also use sign language as well. And that will literally help them to communicate with a lot of those family and friends there. And that is the third myth. Now, the fourth myth is that autistics do not have talent, or they're not really creative. Now, many people really think that autistics are not really creative in themselves. They're not really good in anything. They're not really good in their hobbies, or even in their career jobs, or what they do in their current life. In all honesty, the real true fact here is that autistics really do have a talent when it comes to like a lot of those things that they are really creative at. Examples can be they're really creative in their art style, or they can really become a DJ mashing up a lot of those songs, or even become like a teacher or a professor in a school that they're in. And so it is really crazy to really think about this, because a lot of these autistics that are in that community are very creative in themselves. They pretty much like have a big brain um, that like that we can pretty much be very well like creative in ourselves. Like we can pretty much do a lot of those things. We can pretty much have a lot of talent in ourselves. We can pretty much be famous if we wanted to. We can pretty much own like fancy stuff, elegant stuff, or maybe even like go viral with that one specific video. I'm trying to think of something else. Or if we become like a popular influencer, or become a popular content creator. I, as myself, am a content creator, but also a gamer on the side. So that is pretty much my talent right here, is that I am a content creator that pretty much delivers a lot of gameplay videos, and even like talk videos that I am providing to you guys. So really, I am literally providing these talk videos with you guys. I'm really not camera shy. I can pretty much literally be confident with y'all guys and talk with you in front of the camera. And that's pretty much what I do in terms of content creation there. And so and so really autistics can have a lot of talent. They can be very much creative in themselves. They can pretty much play an instrument. They can pretty much be be in a band. They can pretty much develop an app. Anything that autistics can do, they can pretty much be very creative in themselves. And that is the fourth myth there. Now, the final myth here that I'm going to talk about with y'all guys is that autistics can't have relationships. So really what people think about when it comes to that mindset is that autistics, when it comes to those that are unaware of the autism spectrum, a lot of them really think that that they can't sense a relationship. They can't pretty much sense a friendship, and they can pretty much like have like misperceivings and misunderstandings with themselves. When in reality, the true fact about this is that autistics can really have relationships with either their friends, family, or colleagues, or anyone else in public that they can encounter. And so with myself, me personally, I really do have a lot of relationships with my family. Even on my dad's side of the family, I really have a lot of cousins. I really have a lot of relatives. I pretty much like have like related family there, and also I pretty much have like some cousins there, grandparents, a lot of my aunts there. Like I really have tons of connections and relationships with them. I don't really talk to them that often, but all I know is that I really do have a connection with my family. Like we are, like me personally, like I have like a huge family connection that I really have relationships with, and especially with friends. I really do have relationships with friends, and me personally, that is pretty much what I'm working on. Is that I'm literally working on creating a lot of new friendships, and really maintaining those friendships and having to have longer and meaningful conversations with these guys. I don't really enjoy small talk as much. That literally leads to nothing. So yeah, I really have a lot of relationships with friends, and it's really really amazing that like I can literally have relationships with my family or my friends or pretty much anyone else there. But one minor negative thing about it is that we have a hard time understanding social cues, and we often tend to, not often, but we sometimes tend to misperceive ourselves, and when it comes to one-on-one conversations, or whether that might be in a friend group, for example. And me personally, online social relationships can be very, very helpful and very more convenient for me. And I would pretty much rather be like texting than pretty much having to be like in person to pretty much like communicate with people. And so I really much prefer text. Sometimes I will be interested in calls, but most of the time I would rather be like texting than having to like utilize calls, or maybe even like going up to the person in public and having some longer conversations in a place, whether that might be in a park or at their friend's home or literally anywhere else. And so yeah, autistics can have relationships, you guys, and that is going to be the last myth that I'm going to be talking to you guys about. So that right there is most of the common myths that many people really think about when it comes to those that are unaware of the autism spectrum. And I really listed out some of the myths that I even talked about, and even explained the true facts about each one of those myths that I have explained. And I hope y'all guys have gained a lot more insight and took down a lot of notes that I've explained about I've explained about it in the video. And I really hope that y'all guys have enjoyed this informational video. I hope that really helps you to really understand the myths about autism and explain like the true and valid facts about the autism spectrum. And next week I'm planning to have a reaction video to another person's video regarding their experiences of ASD level 1. So I will let you guys know when that date becomes closer. I will have the video ready for that in just a few days. So next week probably will be the last day for Autism Awareness Month, as like if I can remember, April 30, like let me check the calendar. Yes, so April 30th is the last day for Autism Awareness Month, and I will be reacting to a content creator's video regarding their experiences of ASD level 1 to pretty much wrap up Autism Awareness Month for this year. And yeah, that is it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for your participation. Thank you for your undivided attention. Make sure to give it a like, comment, and subscribe for more Wednesday videos like this. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye, everyone.